Firstly, some context. Arriving in Bristol through Temple Meads, there's an immediate sense of history, meeting something more modern, more expressive. The city has always had a voice, and the voice often shows up in the walls and on the buildings. The Mild West was one of Banksy's early works in Bristol, located in Stokes Croft. As you move through the city, past layers of graffiti, murals or tags, you start to understand the environment the piece came from. It was originally created in 1999. At first glance, the image is simple, but it's loaded with meaning. A teddy bear throws a Molotov cocktail, a symbol of protest and rebellion, but also violence. Facing 3 riot police representing authority, control, and state power. The ratio, interestingly, is 3:1, which is symbolic. The protagonist is outnumbered, and depending on where you stand, that balance either supports the system or challenges it. The composition feels like a standoff, but the power dynamic is flipped. The weaker character is the one attacking, making a stand, or is it the police officers creating a defence? It's yours there for your personal interpretation. So why was this made? Well, in the late 1990s, Bristol had a strong underground rave scene. Police began cracking down on illegal parties, raves and car meets. The tension was peaked around 1999 to 1998 in the New Year riots, confronting partygoers. This piece was a reaction to the moment. Standing here in Stokes Croft, you can still feel the energy, the rawness. That's such a poignant place in time. It's represented and reflected on one piece of graffiti. Raw, unfiltered, and expressive. When it first appeared, reactions were mixed. Some saw it as vandalism, others saw it as a voice of the community. In 2009, the mural was vandalised by an anti-graffiti group. The council covered up the artwork in glass to protect it, but this sparked enormous backlash from the local residents. People felt it created a disconnect from the street art. It should be raw, it should be part of the street itself. So what does this represent now? Resistance to policing? A defence of youth culture? Or is it a challenge to the authorities? Over time, it becomes something much, much bigger. Now as a collective of many works by many artists, it has now become a single symbol of Bristol's identity, even part of the local tourism and economy. Which is kind of ironic given its anti-establishment roots. That contradiction feels so Banksy, thought-provoking, slightly humorous. When I visited the mural, the bear's face had been vandalised or changed. It looked more aggressive, almost snarling. That small detail shifted the tone completely. It shows how the piece had evolved, shaped by its environments and people around it. Walking back through the city, past layers of street art, it starts to feel like art is a living, breathing entity within the city, constantly changing, and as the journey opens up towards Clifton Suspension Bridge, the city feels different when the lights start to fade. Wider, calmer, but still carrying that same underlying tension. For me, the message hasn't changed over history. It's just become more relevant. With the rise of AI, the increased pressure on civil liberties, misinformation and public disconnect from society through social media, the question why? That sense of rebellion in art feels just as important today as it did back then. Thank you for listening.